Welcome to another episode of VM's Financial Fridays. I'm your host, Jovaughn Vanriel. Thank you for joining us today. In this episode, we'll share some useful information on how to change your mindset from negative to positive, right? And we have a very special guest with us who will be providing you with a practical guide and actionable steps to move from scarcity and a negative thinking to abundance and prosperity. Listen, right? I don't know about you, but I like the sound of that. Money will no longer be a villain in your life, but will become a tool to enhance your life. Don't go anywhere because our next episode starts in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Financial Fridays. On the last Friday of each month, we share with you some useful guides and information to help you on your journey to achieving your goals and securing financial wellness. Now, once again, I am Jovaughn Vanriel, and I have a very special guest with us today, Miss Sheneika Adlam, Financial Services Specialist from VMBS Branch, Spanish Town. Welcome, Sheneika.
Hi, Jovaughn. Thanks for having me today.
Listen, I don't know about you, but I'm particularly excited about this episode. Why? Because it's about wealth and wealth building. You know, over the years, you've always heard that wealth and wealth generation was just for a certain type of people or a certain age or from people from a certain background, right? But in today's society, wealth is accessible by all, right?
Certainly.
But let me not get ahead of myself. And I want to just get the viewers and me a little bit more acquainted with you, Sheneika, right? So tell us a little bit about yourself and your role as a financial services specialist.
Hi, again. I am Sheneika Adlam, and I am a financial services specialist at the Victoria Mutual Spanish Town branch, the VM Spanish Town branch. As an FSS, my responsibility is to assist our members in achieving their financial wellness and to also give them information on our products and services.
Thank you for being with us today, right? I'm sure our viewers are very excited, right? But nowadays, a quick Google search can give you all you need to know about your finances and improving same. But today, we'll be exploring how adjusting your mindset can allow you to achieve your goals, and we'll also give you tips on how to do so. So, Sheneika, first, tell us what is referred to as a positive money mindset.
Well, Jovaughn, in a nutshell, a money mindset is the manifestation of your attitudes and your beliefs about money. A positive money mindset can help guide your behaviors in an unusually powerful way, while a negative mindset can produce an equally negative effect. When you have a positive mindset, Jovaughn, you look for opportunities instead of roadblocks. You recognize that your financial situation is fixable. So you don't see a challenge, that is. You see the value of asking for help. And guess what? I'm always here and ready to help our clients with those tips to take them on that journey. And you also see the need to accept that even small steps can add up to progress, even if it's slow.
Amen to that, right? So how can you create this money mindset?
Well, money mindset is largely influenced by your past experiences around money. It's entirely possible that you learned your financial rules of thumb from your parents or your grandparents, but it's also possible that you came from a household where money was too taboo as a topic and was never discussed.
So, a little tangent here. How did you develop your money mindset and what has that journey been like?
Jovaughn, my story is so unique. Well,
Story time.
my journey started out as I started here at VM 2011, and I was in college, and I had one team member who always prompted me to start saving in US. And although the salary wasn't what I wanted at the time, she said one cocoa, full basket. And I opened my account and I started saving $2,000. And out of that $2,000, I'll convert $500 for each currency. So I'd convert $500 for US, $500 for Canadian, and $500 for sterling. And the other 500, I would convert it into coins and I would save it in our little VM saving box that they would give us. Then, as I progressed through college, I had my student loan, and I knew the persons who were my guarantor. I didn't want to let them down. So I ensured it was my responsibility to ensure that I kept my finances intact so that I could monitor and clear my student loan in a shorter period of time. So what I did, I started saving and paying back my student loan before the time. After that, I used to formulate these habits of saving for my tuition also. And then gradually, after repaying my student loan, I reward myself. So in a nutshell, you just have to be consistent. You start a habit, you forge it, and you remain consistent over time. Once you do that, you are set for life. And additionally, I'd say that if you're in a process, for example, you're paying a student loan and you have completed that hurdle, reroute that money to something else. Reroute it to an investment. What I did, I rerouted mine to my pension because I want to live big afterwards. Sure. You know what I mean? So in a nutshell, I eventually formulated my journey through just the steps, listening to others. As I said, my colleague assisted me in that. And as I progressed through the job also, my clients helped me. So you can learn from anyone. A child can teach you, your colleagues can teach you, your family. You just have to be consistent along the way.
Listen, I hope they're recording this, because I'm not taking notes. Right? No, viewers, we haven't forgotten you, right? Because each month, we try to make these episodes as interactive as possible. So let us know some of your saving tips that you've heard or learned while growing up. Tell us if your grandparents or your parents used to tell you that they're not investing or saving in a bank or building society. They might keep them on the mattress or them top drawer. and equally so, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Now, let's get back on track here. So, Sheneika, tell us, there's been a lot of negative narrative around money and money mindset. Tell us how we can shift that conversation to something more positive.
Simply put, Jovaughn, we really need to remember that no matter what our current financial situations are, we can change our mindset and money habits to achieve those success. And once we have done that, then we're on track to our financial wellness. Here I've put together a few steps that will take us on that journey to changing our mindset from a negative money mindset to a positive money mindset. So, first step, start by thinking of a specific financial goal that you'd like to accomplish over the next 6 months. For example, let's say you want to save money towards purchasing a car, maybe the Benz, maybe the Beamer. At VM, we have the perfect solution for you. We have our VM iSave account where you can set aside money each month to achieve this goal. Step 2, Jovaughn, now that you think of habits that will help you to get there, right? You wake up with a positive mindset. The mindset has to change. You have to have a positive mindset each day to ensure that you get on that journey. And constantly telling yourself that you can do it, right? Now, this is important. It's a daily habit that you have to decide on. You make it around money and it will help to improve your financial situations. A good example is to optimize your budget. So budgeting is very important, significantly important, I would say. So setting your financial goal is great for money mindset mastery. when you're budgeting, there's a few rules that I believe that is very important. Like, firstly, you need to put aside 50% of your salary towards your bills, the expenses that are recurring. You ensure that you put aside 50% for those. Secondly, 30% of what you want, like, for example, your vacations. I usually save for my vacations a year in advance so that I'm not, you don't have to take a loan to take that trip.
It's Paris and Europe and all that.
Yes, so you save a year in advance, and that's also forging good habits. Yes. And then the remaining 20% should be saved or invested. So, we have VM Wealth, we have our stocks, we have our iSave, yeah. So you save towards those. Always remember to pay yourself first. So that 20%, pay yourself first. So going out for dinner, that's an happy moment, and you shouldn't take it for granted. Once you achieve a certain goal, it's good to reward yourself. So every now and then you may budget for those happy moments. You know what I mean? Step 3. I like this one very much. I think keep learning and don't be afraid to ask. Do not be afraid to ask for help. Very important. One of the best ways to boost your financial mindset is keep learning from financial experts, right? Myself or VM Wealth advisors across the VM group. There are so many advisors that can help you. Don't be afraid to reach out to your VM financial services specialist for insight on how to achieve your money goals. You can also tune into podcasts and read articles to help how to change your behavior with money, with tips on how to save, budget, and just invest for your financial goals. I recently read a book titled The Richest Man in Babylon, one of my favorites, by George S. Clason. And one of the tips that stuck with me the most was to pay yourself first, as I alluded earlier. This tip goes back to the 20% that I mentioned earlier, that you should always invest or save. And just to remember, saving will not just take you to your goal. You also have to invest. You have to change your mindset from being risk averse and increasing that mindset over time. And you'll achieve your goals a lot faster too. And my final tip from my favorite quote is that money will always match your mindset.
Whoa. Whoa, right? Listen, viewers, I hope you're taking notes because we got some very useful nuggets just now. I definitely will be employing some of them because you see that eating out thing there? you know, like every day at home, you say, oh yeah, I feel for something nice.
Especially payday.
Oh gosh, but we did get some very useful information, guys, and I hope, as I said, I will personally be employing some of them. So, before we go any further, a quick ad here, and you alluded to it earlier. VM Wealth has a podcast called Wealthwise. I hosted a recent episode called Budgeting with the Budget Auntie, right? We're featuring Patricia Henry, the budget auntie herself. So go and check it out on all streaming platforms. Now, we'll take a quick break and then share some of your comments and answer some of your questions. We'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. So we have some of your questions and your comments right here with us. So our first question comes from YouTube. Jackie Monilal, what are your saving options available for people who live in the States?
Okay, hi Jackie. For persons who live in the States, we have our iSave for homes, and those are denominated in US dollars. And we also have regular savings account in both Jamaican, Canadian, US sterling. We have our fixed deposits also, and those are very competitive. Usually we get a volume that our members would want to invest, as well as we get the rates from our treasury team, and we try to be as very competitive as possible. And we have our iGains. Usually those are set times of the year, and or deferred shares, those that pays interest quarterly. Very good product to invest in also.
Okay.
Those are not denominated in US though, those are in Jamaican. So for the customers overseas who would want to save in Jamaica, they can do the deferred share.
Okay, great. Thank you for that, Jackie. I hope you were taking notes. So the next question comes from Ricardo Ramson from YouTube as well. How realistic is it to convert from one currency to the other?
Very realistic. As I said earlier, that I started out with $2,000. It's simple. We at VMBS, we have very competitive FX rates. We're one of the best FX traders you can depend on. And so you can come in branch, you can purchase those currencies and transfer them to your savings account in one go.
Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. So I have some comments here, right? So Ricardo Ramson is saying greetings all. And Trevon Baker, my Fortis brother, is saying love the topic. And we have something from Facebook here. Colleen Rhodes, I used to have my school bank account and also an account at the post office and money in my piggy bank. I had to save or else there's no peace in the house. That's from Facebook. Colleen, I hope you're having some more peace now. I have something else from Ricardo Ramson. Great book, great look, I think that should say. And Regina Owen, great tips. Thanks for sharing. Very practical. And we have Baby Eagle. Whoa, I love that one. Money will always match your mindset. And I can say that again. Money will always match your mindset. Now, thank you guys for those comments. And on that note, we come to the end of our episode. And I think that was so good, Sheneika. Trust me, I think the viewers have a lot to feed on. Again, I'm your host, Jovaughn Vanriel, and our guest, Sheneika Adlam from VMBS Spanish Town, Financial Services Specialist.
Thank you.
Now, remember, the conversation doesn't just stop here. You can reach out to the VM group as we stand ready to be your financial partners. You can contact us by cell phone or telephone rather, 876-960-5000. That's 876-960-5000, or via email at managers@myvmgroup.com. That's manager, no S, at myvmgroup.com. Thank you for viewing.